What's going on, everybody? So, Saturday, we made a trip from where I am in New Hampshire. It's about just shy of 3 hours one way. So, we drove up with my buddy's new truck, and mine's probably not the most comfortable. It's just a single cab long bed. Anyways, we drove all the way up to Vermont to the New York border, and we picked up two 1947 BF Avery tractors. Now, my name's Avery, so that's why I wanted these. And I'll just give you a walk around of what it looks like. So this one runs and it drives. I had it out this morning, took my son around, and we got a stuck float, from what I can tell. And I haven't dug into it yet, but it runs decent. However, it's going to need a little bit of work. My plan is we got a local home day here, and I'd like to do the parading next year. But for starters, I got a pretty rusted front wheel. This is, kind of what it looked like when I picked it up. It was holding back a tube, but after I drove over some of the bumps, I noticed, here comes the tube. So, that rim's smoked. See the tires rubbing in here. So, he did give me another tire. Already mounted on a good rim. It's got some dry cracking, but honestly, it's probably going to last just fine. These are the original tires on it, even on the rear. He said, I don't see why that wouldn't be. But the gentleman was, in his 80s. He's had these ones for a while. He's got like 13 tractors, and I think when they're ready to get rid, they got a co-op. I don't think I've seen one of those in person, but it's like Alice Chalmers Orange. So they're going to let me know when they're ready to sell it. Probably in the next year or so. And I'll buy that one too. So these are 4-cylinder Hurricane engines. Hercules engines, I think. Oh, yeah. Right there. Hercules. So, this one has the hydraulic pump on it, so I could run a blade. That's my gas leak there. Did have a leak coming out of the bowl. I did clean this is the fuel tank bowl, so sediment coming out settles, but it's pretty clear. But once the gas starts flowing, this all clouds over. I'm going to start by cleaning the carburetor. I'm not going to get into it tonight, but I figured I'd at least show the tractor and I can start it. It is converted to 12 volt, mostly. A 12 volt battery, 12 volt coil, and I still am on the 6 volt alternator. I got to get a single post alternator, and then it'll be all 12 volt. But it's a pretty cool tractor. I like it. It's got my name on it. What got me interested in them, we drove to Pennsylvania to Hershey Park this year, and we went to an Oliver and Cleat Track parts store family owns, and we're way up in the back of the field and found a frame with a grill still in it of an Avery tractor, and I did not know that was even a tractor, so I bought that for like $70 to hang in the shop. And then lo and behold, with a day's road trip, there was 2 more. So I'll show you the other one. This one did have a free engine, meaning like it did spin over, but he feels that it might be frozen, but it does have coolant in it. There's a little bit of a trick to get it on the trailer. It only steers one direction, which he said was news to him. So I'm assuming something's just seized. But otherwise, besides the battery, this is also a complete tractor. I do not know if the tires will hold air, but I'm going to put some in it. And I'm going to take the head off from it, the valves, and just put some automatic transmission fluid in it. And, oh yeah, look. That's pretty cool. That is not what the other one looks like. So, yeah, well, it would be neat to have one as a pulling tractor. Not that I think it'd do the best, but it would still look neat. Participation, I guess that's what you'd call it. I'm going to take the lights off this one. A few other things. Swap them onto that one. I thought the plaque was missing in the truck, but it's just rusted over. So, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to take it apart. And I'll probably sandblast, and it would be neat to start powder coating it. Kind of use it as a test machine. I've got the powder coat oven. Started collecting the powder coat machine and things like that. So could take this apart piece by piece and powder coat it bit by bit. Excuse me. So the neat thing with this, it's got a rear PTO, but it also has a side PTO. And that would be for running the old leather belts. So I could run like a mill, sawmill, or different implements off the back using a drive belt. And the cool thing I thought was he was all excited. I mentioned I had one of the leather belts that was not assembled, just in a roll that I got from an auction. And he said, oh, I have the tool for it. So they gave me a lacing shear press. And this one is complete. So this is what you would use with the leather belts. And cuts them and laces them, and there's different dyes. But I looked them up on eBay, and there aren't very many that have the complete handles and the springs still, or any hardware. But they range anywhere from $150 to $750. So for what I paid for the two tractors, that's pretty generous of them to let me have it. And then they also gave me a 2-man crosscut, as I told them I had a wicked big collection of them. This one looks like it has been sharpened a lot. So I got a bunch of manuals with it, and they've got some magazines they found, and they're going to mail them to me. But it was a really nice, it was a very long day, but it was really nice meeting them and taking these tractors off the hands. Yeah, we were there for like 2 hours. I was still recovering, but yeah, it was like probably 6 hours, just over 6 hours of driving. We were there for 2 hours. We stopped for lunch and breakfast and stuff, but it was nice. It was really cool country out there. The wind rips. It's like Lake Champlain, I think he said. It was right on the back side of his property. So, yeah, that's it. Just, actually, you know what? I'll start it. I'll show you. We'll fire it up. Oh, see the clouding coming out of there? Yeah. All right. Exhaust stinks. Good enough. All right. That's it for tonight. I'll try and get some videos of digging into it. Now I gotta find an alternator for it. I'll get everything shut back off into here. Yeah. That's it. 1947 BF Avery.